All right, let's talk about the fact that Ferrari is really back in the diecast world again, especially with Hot Wheels. So, new for 2025, Ferrari's put out a SF90 Stradale. As you can see here, it's one of their main lines. They've also got some Eurozones and some other of their high end. And I want to do a compare and contrast to SF90 Stradale that I picked up while I was in Japan in late 2023. So if you've never been to Japan to see what their electronic and toy stores are like, take the opportunity to go. It's amazing. So this one is done by Takara Tomy. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But let's go ahead and get started. So basic mainline, you can see very simple wheels. They have done a good job with the decals. Let's go ahead and get this open. I was very happy to be able to find one of these on the pegs. I like the fact that though this is all a plastic windshield, that they've done a really good job of putting a matte finish on it, not just on the roof, but on the A-pillars as well as the wiper cowl. So that's really cool. They've done a good job with the tampos for the lights, for the Ferrari badging all the way around. This is where they always end up on the mainline cars, not doing as great of a job. Now, the mainline wheels are nice, but then they really don't do anything for the exhaust, for any of the lights back here. And as people have noticed and seen for years, Ferrari and Hot Wheels have gone away from getting any real detailing on the base of the car itself. And one thing you'll notice here is that's interesting how the rivet looks. That's really interesting, actually. So, but that's a Hot Wheels mainline for the SF90 Stradale. Park him right there while he's still in the picture. Now here's the Takara Tomy, and as you can see, I purchased this in October 2023 and hadn't really had a reason to open this, so let's go ahead and do that now. Grab my knife, make it a little bit easier to get that done. And I don't have it on me, so we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. And I'll speed this up when I do the editing. Maybe. There we go. All right, so obviously much different type of packaging, anti-theft. It was a really awesome store. In the Shinjuku district of Tokyo. Great product, Ferrari official product. Go ahead and get the box open itself. Now, one thing I know with these is they are also packaged via plastic on the inside. So, slide it out of the box. Very highly protected. They really want this car protected for the consumer. All right, so even before you get it out of the plastic, you're going to see beautiful detailing. It's a gloss roof versus the matte roof. Much more detailing on the engine bay. They also have a Ferrari. If you can see that there as compared to what's here. Do a side-by-side comparison. They both put the little shark fin into it. And you're also going to see a difference in size-wise. So now you'll see that this says it's a 162 scale versus a 164 scale for Hot Wheels. It's a little bit more room to do work on. Now you're going to see a big difference here is you have actual plastic lights that are red in color The exhaust is painted. The rear diffuser is much more obvious. There's a Ferrari prancing horse logo. Let's take a look at the bottom. Bottom is still very much flat. One thing that the Hot Wheels has that the Takara Tomy does not is has cast-in mirrors. None of that on the Tomy. Put them side by side. Big difference size-wise. Quality-wise. See a little bit of difference in how the doors look overall. Much cleaner lines. The line for the door up on the Hot Wheels is much less pronounced. Much more paint has gotten in there as compared to what you see with the Tomy. The Tomy, I'll consider this a mainline. The Tomy, you know, is still a mainline, so the wheels, you know, aren't extravagant. But I think overall, you know, you look at what these two are, you know, a little bit different size-wise, but both represent the SF90 Stardale. And I've done a great color. You can see that there's a noticeable color difference too, or at least it's very noticeable under my light, which is a very bright light to be able to try to tease out these colors. So this is a much, I don't know, maybe if I bring it closer, yeah, you can see that there's very much a different tone to these reds. Very different detailing in the engine bay. Let me see if I can have you guys see that. So that's the engine bay. And then there's the engine bay for the Hot Wheels. So different layout. Much less pronounced Honda, oh goodness, Ferrari badging on the 162 scale as compared to the Hot Wheels. So that's another small tidbit. The headlights are done very differently on the Tomy as compared to the Hot Wheels as well. And they didn't, they fully cast and made the front intake as compared to on the Hot Wheels. And what the Tomy does, it looks like it has it, you got to kind of look close, is that inset where there are these two bumps on the Hot Wheels. So very close. Obviously, this is a Tomy and then the Hot Wheels for 2025. And if you notice, I don't know if I had it on there long enough for you guys to see it. This was done in 2020. So made in Vietnam as compared to this was probably made in Thailand. See if it shows that somewhere. I may not be able to read it fast enough to see that. But yeah, so just want to do these compare and contrast because I have a ton of Hot Wheels and a ton of other die casts that I really enjoy, and want to share this with others who may not get the opportunity to see something like the Takara Tomy in stores, or have opportunities to purchase them online, especially now with what's going on with the cost of the tariff wise. But they're both really cool cars, and my next review I'm going to do is going to be of the Eurospeed La Ferrari as compared again to another Takara Tomy, and see how much different that one is. I think there's going to be a significant difference in that the Eurospeed will really exemplify where Hot Wheels has come with their cars. But thanks, and really enjoyed getting to show this to you guys, and hope to do more in the future.